Greetings! Happy Monday, everybody! Welcome to the Extreme Anime Radio. Well, this is not the podcast. This is the Extreme Anime Radio Twitch stream. And we're joined by our special guest of the evening, one of the new cosplayers of both of our mascots. It's Mischievous Duck Cosplay. Hello, Mischievous Duck.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome. And also joining us in the audio realm, one of our usual XAR contributors, it's Bree. Hello, Bree.
Hello.
Welcome to the three of you. This is our special Monday night Japanese snack tasting stream. And so for the occasion, I've left my background the same as it was when we did the podcast last week. I was explaining to Mischievous Duck that this is a picture of the Matsuya beef bowl restaurant that Bree and I visited in Japan a year ago this month. So perfect scene, I would guess, on my end, if you will, to try all of these wonderful snacks. Mischievous Duck, how have you been?
I've been well. I'm currently planning a lot of creative things in the background of different varieties and some things to come up soon. Yeah.
Cool. And Bree, how are things in your neck of the woods?
Okay.
Eh?
Just, work and home, of course.
Gotcha. And cold where you are as well too, yeah?
Yep.
Just like in our region of the states, a little bit of an Arctic freeze these last few days. So,
It was 19 degrees this morning.
how much?
19.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I know where I am it's cold. I just don't measure the temperature anymore. Considering how the last few days went, I lost 2 days of work. So anyway.
Yeah, when the air hurts your face, you know it's cold.
Yeah. Basically how I felt. So the Mischievous Duck had this idea last time we streamed about maybe doing some Japanese snacks. So I have sent her some snacks from some of the boxes that I have received from Japan. You know, I do the mail order. She has the Bokksu, so mostly Bokksu items in there. There may be some Sakurako items in there as well. And so I've sent her a few things, and I recently did a big Bokksu order a la carte and got all these things. I don't know if you'll come up with the key and everything, but yes, this is all green tea snacks that I bought for myself. So yes. And Bree, I think I don't think I showed you this either, right? So yeah, a big box of stuff. Well, not a big box, a big bag of stuff. So but something that I did send to Bree in a shipment that I recently sent her is this thing that I'm gonna have first. And I told Mischievous Duck that she should look into this. This is a Nagoya donut. And the donut is sweet bean paste on the inside and sweetened with butter. So that's going to be my first sample of the evening, if you will. And no secrets here. This is something that I've already had, and so I bought these in the bulk in the a la carte order. So this is very sweet, baked good, and just a sweetness overload. You would think that maybe there's a little hint of liquor in there, but there isn't. I mean, yeah. No, there isn't. Otherwise, it would say on the package. I have had candies with trace amounts of liquor in them. Like, some of the Kit Kats I've had liquor in them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I didn't know they made them like that.
Oh, yes. You can get buzzed if you have the whole thing to yourself.
That's dangerous for those Kit Kat lovers out there.
Oh, yeah. So, Mischievous Duck, before you dig into your snacks, is there any Japanese or Asian snack that tickle your fancy in particular? Just in general.
I do like trying matcha flavored things.
Oh boy, then I should have sent you some of these.
No, it's okay. No, it's all good. I don't know if anything that's like lunchbox worthy.
Lunchbox worthy. Oh, there you go. Well,
Yeah,
some of the stuff I bring to work all the time too. So
a little sweet treat.
Mhm.
And I guess it's either a little sweet treat that you have like one, maybe two of, or it's like a snack-worthy snack where you're just
Right.
like you can't get enough of them and you finish the bag without realizing it.
All right, let's.
Yeah, I know. There's like the Pocky sticks, right? Are those?
Of course.
Are those Japanese?
Yes.
Those are Japanese, right? Yeah. Pocky
Glico,
sticks
yeah.
are incredible.
A lot of the ones we get here are not made in Japan, but it's the same same Japanese company that makes them.
Yeah, they're always great quality and they're pretty reliable. Whenever I get them, I've never had a bad Pocky stick box.
Neither have I. Neither have I. Bree, what's your favorite snack?
Ooh,
Japanese snack, that is.
that's so tough because, you know, I have a sweet tooth. I keep on thinking about the dorayaki that we got in the airport when we were on the way back.
Remember that.
The strawberry ones.
I love mochi too.
I forget if there might be mochi in there. I actually think there is mochi in there. Have you seen inside the box yet?
I forced myself to not look at it. I took the specific thing that you instructed me to take out,
Right.
and I did not look at the snacks at all. So this is a fresh unboxing.
Okay. Well, I will leave it to you then. Go ahead and dig in. Let's see what you got.
Oh boy. Okay, here we go. All right. Hopefully I don't spill them all over my laptop. But Shing.
You go.
Oh my god. That is so many snacks. Wow.
Some might fall out, but be careful.
Let's see what we got. Okay. We're gonna go. Ooh, those right on top look scrumptious. We're gonna go with a sweet treat first.
Okay.
Or at least supposedly sweet. Oh, they're so cute! So they have little bunnies on them.
Uh-huh.
And they look kind of squishy.
Yeah.
They look almost like they have the same consistency and texture as like those fruit slice gummy things with like the sugar coating.
Oh, the Sour Patch? Like?
Not Sour Patch, but like the thick fruit gummy slices. They're like almost gumdrop thickness.
Okay.
They're like, I don't know how to describe them. I'm very curious to see what they taste like. Alright, it's called Usagi Soft Chews.
Yeah.
Usagi Soft Chews.
Yeah, that's what I wrote because
Yeah.
So some of these things I had to make labels for Mischievous Duck.
Yeah.
But the problem is I don't know exactly the flavor of those.
Alright, well we'll find out. One has like a brown sugary top and then kind of a yellow middle and bottom, and the other one has like a clear top and a pink bottom.
Okay.
So let's see. Let's cut it open. I'm glad I had scissors readily there. There we go. Oh my god, they're individually wrapped as well.
Right. Now, I don't know if that wrap is edible. It might be.
I'm gonna take a gamble and say no.
Okay.
It feels pretty plasticky to me.
Gotcha.
Was this a ploy to get me to try to eat plastic on camera?
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
Well,
so we have this cute little guy, the layers, and a shot. Yeah, it's pretty much the flavor I expected. I expected banana. This is the yellow and brown one.
Okay.
It's very good. It's not... It's sweet and sugary, and it's got a good bite to it.
Okay.
It's got a hint of banana flavor, but it's not like in your face, like Laffy Taffy banana. It's mostly sugar.
Gotcha.
Mostly sugar.
It's probably something you would maybe pair with some tea or some coffee, right?
100%, yeah.
Okay.
And then the pink one, I would guess is strawberry.
Right.
So it would kind of be like a strawberry banana combo. Ooh, this would probably be good with like a strawberry banana smoothie, or like or possibly even like a bubble tea. Or a hot tea. A hot tea would be good too. Reminds me of little tea cakes. Alright, so here's this one.
That one, oh, that's got the, so that might be like a strawberry, maybe.
That's my guess. We'll see. It's got a yellow circle in the middle, so
okay.
Sure.
Deep in thought.
That time I just taste all sugar.
The same thing?
But it's kind of hard to lose the banana after the first one. I'm just tasting sugar this time.
Oh man. Something you'll definitely want to save for later, perhaps.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna put him right back in this little guy. I'll probably have some nice hot tea after this to cleanse the palate.
Yeah, I might do the same thing. Yeah. So I will. Well, yeah. Why don't you choose another item there before I go to my next selection? Sure.
Let's see what else we got. I'll choose randomly this time.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna get sued after this.
Oh, how cute! Okay, so here's the packaging. It's got these cute little rice cake guys.
Oh, and I think I wrote something on that in the back.
Onigiri senbei?
Onigiri senbei.
Onigiri senbei.
So that's going to be like a savory cracker with onigiri, I think.
Ooh, that sounds really good, actually.
So yeah, in the Japanese snack world, the two big things are sweet snacks and savory snacks. Japan loves their umami flavor.
All right, it looks like the crackers have broken in transit, but that is okay.
Yeah, I sometimes happens to me too, you know?
They both broke, but let's see if we can... let's see if either one came out in 2 pieces instead of 3. Let's see. I think, yes. Okay, so this one did. So,
okay.
for the most part, if you can tell.
Yep.
Mmm! That's really good.
More savory, right?
Definitely more savory. Stark contrast to the very, very sweet gummy I just had. Wow. Yeah, that's like a palate shock.
Mm-hmm.
But a very good one. It kind of reminds me of the crunch of like a corn chip.
Okay.
Or like cheese balls, but a little tougher.
Okay.
That's really good. I could have like 50 of these.
Nice. I'm glad you enjoy.
I'll probably finish this one.
So, let me just point out as we continue here, Neff, having some issues in his apartment, so he's not able to join us tonight. Hopefully he'll be back when we do our next Ace Attorney stream, which is going to be this coming Thursday, the day after his birthday. There was a little bit of repair going on in his apartment, and for those reasons, you know, unable to join us. So we have Bree. I don't know if anybody else is in the channel at the moment, but I think it's just the three of us for now. Okay, so the next one I'm gonna leave up to you, Mischievous Duck. So I have I want to say like a bread, not like a breadstick, but like a matcha pastry stick.
Was it kind of like those Italian cookies?
Almost. Yeah. Thank you, Bree. It's a scone. Yeah, it's kind of like a scone. So it's either this or matcha bread.
Ooh. Do the bread.
Do the bread. Okay, I'm gonna do the bread. And so a little bit of a tip, obviously. Sometimes if you look at Japanese packaging, it'll tell you where to open the package to make things a little easier. So here, there's a little arrow up here. So you're gonna tear it down like that, and that should open up nice and easy. There you go. All right.
See, did I follow those instructions on this one?
So here we go. The nice marbled bread right here.
Ooh.
It's like it's very fluffy. Kind of reminds me. It's squishy. Yeah, it's actually a little firm. Kind of reminds me of you know, the big melon pan that we used to have in Japan, and I think, Brie, we might have had something similar to this too, right?
No, but I've had those in the past at conventions.
Okay.
Very nostalgic for me.
Oh, there you go. We'll have to send you more because I have one more here. I'll have to send it to you. But yeah, see, they, you know, they come apart nice and easy like that, and this is something that I would, you know, eat in a heartbeat. You definitely feel that spongy, buttery flavor, and then a little bit of the green tea flavor in there too. Very, very nice.
Nice.
It's got to be a bit on the both the sweet and the savory side for me, I think. They make these breads sweet, but yeah, the matcha flavor is added to it.
Said as bread should be.
Yeah. All right. So, I'm gonna continue with this bread because this is a big loaf, and let's see what you have next.
All right. You gave me a choice, so I'll give you a choice. Let's see.
Okay.
All right, we have milk chocolate sand.
Milk chocolate sand. So, I'm sure you might be able to figure it out, but sand, or sando, is a Japanese shorthand for sandoichi, or sandwich. So it's like a cookie sandwich.
Oh, that's really cute. I love the little cow print on it. That's,
yeah.
I've never seen a piece of candy or snack in cow print.
With a Holstein Friesian print, yeah.
And then the other option is this lovely yellow packaging here. It says, oh, it's a ginger cookie.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, I do like ginger.
Well, there you go. Then that's my choice.
The ginger one?
The ginger cookie. If you like a, yeah, that's something I think I tried that, and I found it to be very savory and very palate cleansing.
All right. I know I'm cheating. I used a scissor. That should be the game from now till the end. We have to find the entry point. All right. Ooh. they're funky. Oh, it's literally like one big cookie. This one did break as well, but it's one big cookie. It's almost like in the shape of a very thick potato chip.
Oh yes, I remember now. Yeah.
Let's see. I can smell I smelled the ginger before I even put it in my mouth.
Wow.
It's got like a sugary coating.
Yeah.
It's very good. I can definitely taste the ginger. But it's not too spicy and it doesn't kind of whammy you.
Right.
But I do feel like the one chip serving is perfect for this flavor for this snack.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like the kind of snack that I would have like 50 of.
Right. So I think
it's
for
a nice little sweet treat.
For me, that kind of snapped in like 4 or 5 different sections. I couldn't put it together like the way you did just now.
Well, I got lucky then. This one survived the journey for the most part.
Yeah, right?
It lost an appendage, but not... It didn't get demolished.
Right. So, well,
it's definitely very cookie-like.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right. So we've each had a couple of things so far. So let's just take a minute or two to just contemplate here. What's your favorite item so far?
I saved a couple pieces of this, the onigiri. Well, I've tried 2 sweet, 1 savory. The savory's way up there. I could have like 50 of them, so that's probably my favorite.
Oh, really? Okay, so the senbei.
Then out of the 2 sweet treats, I think the ginger one actually I really like.
Okay, very good, very good. So, no, I've actually probably in a way had all these things that you've seen me try so far. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the Nagoya donut and, of course, of the bread. But a lot of some good things here. So I'll just take a moment here to talk to Mischievous Duck about her Sarah and Yumemi cosplays. Wonderful projects that she's done. We've shown them on Instagram, social media. She's done, I think, 3 projects now. So she did, you did the one over the summer, outdoors, Sarah and Yumemi dancing all around the city. And then you had the ones in the fall. We have a little witch theme going. And then you had Sarah as Clara and Yumemi as the soldier. So those were 3 wonderful settings there. And tell me a little bit more about the ones you did for Christmas and the setting you chose for that.
Yeah, so my partner and I went into the city, and my partner's the one that's been taking the most recent photo shoots, the Halloween and the Christmas ones. Right. And we went into the city, into Boston, and we had some locations picked out, but we decided to, because we were running a little behind, we decided to do dinner first and then photo shoot after, thinking that the plan was to do some photos in front of Boston Ballet, and like with the sign out in front that was all lit up. It was lit up when we went in for dinner. It was dark when we came out.
Oh.
So I know. So I was like kicking myself, and I was like, "Oh no, that's the one spot that I wanted to do." So what we wound up deciding was the Boston Commons was very close by. And we wound up going into the Commons and just taking a look around there and seeing if there was a good spot to pump out a photo shoot. It was very cold that evening. I want to add.
Wow.
And so we had to do it pretty quickly, with changing into point shoes and stripping down to bare tights. And at one point, I'm in just like tights and a nude leotard in the middle of Boston Commons, like in the gazebo. We wound up settling on the gazebo.
Yeah.
For the whole shoot, because we were like, it's too cold to go anywhere else. We're picking one spot and we're staying here, and we are making the best of it. And it was so much fun. The other struggle that I was working against was the brand new point shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And part of why I couldn't like walk around in them, I had to like quickly change into them.
Yeah.
And good thing we were on the gazebo floor and not any other dirtier floor, because I really did not want to ruin these brand new point shoes.
Right.
And these point shoes were a little different than what I'm used to. The exact kind of point shoe that I used to order every single time from Gaynor Minden was not available anymore. So they switched me over to a different point shoe. And actually, I do have... I have the point shoes, and they're not readily accessible to me right now, but maybe if we take a break later on and I can come back and show you them. But so the old ones were a little more flat on the bottom and gave me a little more room in the toe area. These ones are a little more rounded in the bottom and are a little scrunchier on the toes.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh no. I have not actually broken these in yet. Like on top of not breaking them in, on top of them being a different type of shoe that I'm used to.
Right.
And on top of the really cold weather, I was like so determined to get this shoot done.
Yeah.
And make the vision that I had come to fruition.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. Ryan and I had a lot of fun, and yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, it looked like a very professional location too. When we put this video up to YouTube, we're gonna put up some pictures of you and both characters from that shoot. So, if you had to choose Sarah or Yumemi for that particular evening, what was your favorite to do?
Probably Yumemi. I really had a lot of fun with the soldier. Yeah, that was a really, really fun one.
Cool.
Clara, I probably would have loved. What I had planned for Clara was to do the tree in this one hotel in Boston. It would have been indoors.
Right.
And would have kind of evoked the kind of beginning doll scene of the Nutcracker.
Right.
So Sarah was... I still wanted to make sure to get Sarah in. But Yumemi, I had a lot of fun with. I actually was in the Nutcracker for several years in my ballet studio's youth company. And I did wind up playing the soldier once, like not the soldier, but part of the army of soldiers.
Right.
A couple times. And then I moved into the mouse squad.
Mouse squad.
Yeah, I think when I first started out, I was one of 4 little baby mice. And then moved into 1 or 2 years of being a soldier. And then back to the mice. I was an older mouse.
Right.
Somewhere in between there, I was the mouse doll. Which was super duper fun. I debated doing the soldier. Actually, I debated doing Clara and mouse doll for Yumemi. But I went with the soldier because I found. I actually thought it was a nice pairing with Clara because I had the Nutcracker prop, so it's almost like Sarah was Clara with the Nutcracker, and then Yumemi was her Nutcracker come to life.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So Yumemi was the costume that I was very excited to put on.
Yeah.
In that very cold weather.
No, very, very wonderful job. And like I said, it looked like a professional setting where you ended up taking the pictures, which was very nice. Very, very nice touch in that city, especially. Yeah,
we were very happy with how it turned out.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to choose something else here. So we'll probably go for like another 30 minutes. What I will do is I will eat something, but I'm gonna take you off, so in case you want to run real quick and show us what you were just talking about.
Okay.
So I'm just going to see if I can select the correct menu here. All right, yeah, that should do it. Now you can see me in an entire big restaurant. So, all right, so go ahead with that, and then I'm going to see what else I can try. I guess Bree, you were big on this, right? You think I should go for this one? I think I've tried this before, haven't I?
Yeah, you have.
Okay. Well, maybe find something I haven't had. So I'm gonna dig into this bag. It's a big bag. Let me. Now that I have the whole thing going on here, yeah. Like a gigantic goodie bag from the land of the rising sun. Oh. What do you think this could be?
Are those peas?
Are they peas?
Or edamame?
Could be edamame. I have no idea. But it's in a matcha bag, so it's maybe matcha coated something.
Maybe it's matcha coated almonds.
Oh, Azuki with matcha choco. I can read the bag.
Wow.
Azuki with matcha choco. Mischievous Duck, are you back with us?
I am back. I have obtained the point shoes.
All right, so we'll look at those in a moment as soon as I figure out what I'm eating here. So apparently these are very, very tiny, so there are a lot of these in the package. A package within a package within a package. I'm gonna put you back on here real quick. All right. So a package within a package within a package, and apparently it's Azuki beans, so like the actual red bean in the bean form, not the paste form, covered in matcha chocolate. So I'm just, I have to dump this onto the plate because they're flying all over the place. And they're even, this would be maybe my lucky day because, well, I had two stuck together, now I don't.
What's the kind of beans that was it?
Azuki. Yeah. Oh, here we go. They're stuck together. Here you go. You see that?
Yep.
Okay. Now let's see. I'm gonna have these two together. Ooh. I thought it was gonna be crunchy, but it's not. It's soft. It is a soft chew, almost like a soft chew, but not quite. No gummy texture. Just a sweetness overload. The red bean, which you'd find in the red bean donut that I just had, you'd find it there, and then the matcha chocolate covering it. So I'm wondering if all that sweetness is coming from the chocolate, to be honest. So this is actually quite good. Oh man. Bree is jealous, but again, I did send her something from the shipment that I got the other day, so we'll have a few more of these.
How'd you know?
Sure. All right. Go ahead and show us what you were talking about, real quick.
Yeah, sure. So I'll start with the older point shoes first. I've got two pairs here. I'm not sure which one's older than the other one, but both of these are older than the new ones.
Okay.
So this is one pair.
Hmm.
And you can kind of see how flat that toe is.
Right.
And you can kind of see the box and how wide that box is.
Right.
And where it meets the tip of the point shoe.
Okay.
And so if we're observing that, and these are these are all Gainer Mindens. They're just a specific type of Gainer Minden. And these are, if I remember correctly, well, I don't have to remember, I actually have this here. So for several years, aside from probably like my first or second pair of point shoes ever,
Ooh.
I was a 7.5 medium, 4 box, extra flex, sleek. And there's like an SV thrown in there somewhere, but I forget what that meant.
Very, very specific.
Yeah, so 7.5 medium is the actual size of the shoe. 4 box is the size of the toe box itself. Extra flex is just what you think, as how flexible you want it. As far as I know. And sleek. So my heel was a lot sleeker and thinner than an average foot this size.
Right. So
you would order it in a sleek if you found that the back of the shoe was slipping off too much.
Okay.
So that was my size for the longest time. And then once so I think that's the older pair of shoes there. This is probably the second older pair of shoes. Same exact shoe, just slightly newer. Yeah, same exact thing. And then the new pair. So these ones are different. One here. These are the Lyra or Lyra. And this one's same, 7.5 medium. Oh, well, that'll do it. They gave me a 3 box, not a 4 box. Interesting.
The smaller size box.
They gave me a smaller size box, which I could tell because I felt like my toes were squished. But it's very funny that they did, because I actually went in person to their boutique in New York City to get measured for a new pair of point shoes.
Okay.
And they only have one in-person boutique. Everything else is online. So I went in there and they did a whole fitting for me, and this is the size that they came out with. So I don't know, maybe my feet shrunk, but they begged to differ when I did that photo shoot. And then we have a supple shank. Oh, that's probably what the shank. Yeah, okay, supple shank, deep vamp, low heel. So I'm not really sure exactly how that translates. Oh, also sleek fit, which makes sense. Oh, supple shank, yeah, so that would probably be the extra flex equivalent to the Lyra.
Okay.
And then these ones. These ones were the... I don't think they actually gave it a name. You know, I don't think I've ever actually opened up this card. In 1985, having suffered long enough from the pain, frustration, and expense of traditional point shoes, Eliza Gaynor Minden set out to make something better.
Man, all of our Japanese snacks had such an introduction. I mean, yeah.
But yeah, so to move on and look at the new point shoes that I got that are a size smaller in the box, you can kind of see how much thinner these are.
Yeah.
And you can see as well that
yeah, a lot newer condition, and it looks different there, yeah.
Yeah, and it actually has what I think is some moleskin on it, as opposed to being all satin. It looks like it has some moleskin on the toe.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and so, sometimes what we would do is we would cut moleskin. Actually, they actually sell moleskin. You would cut it to the size of the toe.
Yeah.
And you would stick it on there. So this, I think, is an alternative to doing that. They just have it built in and sewn into the shoe.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about it yet. But yeah.
That's very fascinating to see. You know, the anatomy of a point shoe, and also, you know, we've talked about that a little bit before, but this goes very specific, definitely.
Yeah, happy to help.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, I think it's your turn now. Let's choose something else for you to have here.
All right, let's do it. Let's see what we got here. My mouth just watered looking at these.
Yeah. Everybody will, I guess.
Squishy and suspicious.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, marshmallow.
Oh, yes.
It just says marshmallow. It looks like just a squishy little blob. Ooh, it's a coffee marshmallow. Oh,
yes, that is to die for. I had that.
yeah. All right, let's give it a shot. It's like slightly caved in.
It's almost right, yeah. Oh man.
All right, let's see. Oh, that's good.
Hope it doesn't keep you awake.
It's so good. I'll take a melatonin. This is worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the outside has kind of like a slightly crunchier layer. Not crunchy per se, but kind of like a skin. It's kind of got like a marshmallow skin. And then you've got the marshmallow part. And on the inside, it actually has some filling. That packs a coffee punch.
You wonder, there don't seem to be any holes around that marshmallow. How do they get that filled up, right?
Yeah, I know. Some wizardry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. It kind of reminds me of the smell of a Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's just that sense memory of just Dunkin'. You walk in first thing in the morning, and Dunkin' just kind of slaps you in the face with the coffee smell. Yeah, it's really good. I really like that. Now I want coffee.
Yeah. You said you're gonna get tea later to wash this all down, right?
I know. I have to resist. No coffee, yes tea.
All right.
Yeah, you know, the flavor itself is it's a light coffee flavor in the marshmallow and a punchier coffee flavor in the filling. And it kind of reminds me of like coffee flavored ice cream, but in marshmallow and filling form.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else I have here. Ooh, I think we have the mochi here. Yes, it even says it in English. Matcha mochi.
Perfect.
Individually wrapped matcha mochi. Oh, this looks very, very dark and rich. Look at that.
That's small too.
Wow.
They're kind of tiny, huh?
Almost, yeah. What do you think, Brie? Yeah.
I'm so used to like the dessert size mochi that you get at restaurants. Oh, it's just like a little glob.
You agree, Brie?
Yeah.
This is something I could just plop all into my mouth at once, I think.
Go for it. I think that's positive. Translation, that was so delicious, I could not speak.
So delicious, although, now that I think of it, maybe I should have had it in 2 bites.
Regret.
Yeah. No, because it was extremely chewy. Extremely chewy. So, yeah, I think something like that. It packs something big in a small punch, I guess, if you want to say it that way. All right. Let's see. All right, you go next, Mischievous Duck. We got about 15 minutes left before we say goodbye.
All right, we've got a bunch of candies. We've got the chocolate sandwich, and we've got Black Thunder chocolate butter snack.
Ooh, that is Bree's favorite Japanese snack, or at least one of them. You remember that label, right?
Yeah, but I've never had that one.
Oh, not that one specifically? Okay. All right, so she's had the brand, at least, yeah.
All right. Let's do it. I'm really bad at opening things. We'll get better at it. Okay. All right, so far so good. Smells like chocolate. That came off really easy. It's kind of cookie-like on the inside.
Yeah, right?
Kind of reminds me of like this one Spanish peanut butter cookie that my mom and I made one time. But it's not peanut butter flavor. This is chocolate flavor.
All right.
I can definitely taste the butter though. It also gives me cookies and cream vibes.
Yeah, I could tell that from that one, yeah.
So that's the inside there. It's got little bits in it that kind of taste a little toffee-like. It's a little toffee-like with little bits of cookie. It's kind of soft on the inside.
Bree, what was the flavor that you had?
That's a good question. I tried 2.
Okay. Yeah, I think I remember we tried a few flavors, but the exact ones I forget off the top of my head. Anyway, let's see here. I'll let you choose something else, Mischievous Duck, because then I have a big box that I've uncovered. We'll open that afterwards.
These are squishy little globs. Little blobs.
Those have got to be orange gummies, I think. Yep.
Wakayama Mikan gummy.
That's it. I don't think that was a label I wrote, because yeah, that you can see what it is. Wakayama Mikan. Oh, I wrote the label. Okay, sorry. Har. Okay.
That's JR's handwriting right there, everyone.
That's my handwriting, yes. Wakayama. I visited Wakayama briefly in my last trip. Well, the trip before I went with Bree. Oh, go ahead and taste that, and I'll tell you my story.
It smells immediately like orange. It's got a little dusting of sugar, very squishy and bouncy. Very chewy.
Nice.
A little tougher on one half of it. Like the top of the little glob is squishy, and the bottom half is a little tougher. But yeah, standard gummy, very orange.
Very orange.
Very orange.
So yeah, that's a region known for oranges and stuff. I passed through Wakayama City in my last trip to Japan before I went with Bree was 2017, and I passed through to go to take this private old style railway, and I went to a place called Kishi. I think it's called Kishi. And Kishi is famous, you might have seen it in Japanese news over the years, of having the station conductor cat.
Oh my gosh.
You need to send us kitty pictures later.
All right.
You have a picture of the kitty?
I do on my phone. I'm not gonna pull it up here, but yeah, I'll show you later. Hey, you dropped your Lizzie. Oh boy,
My Lizzie.
we have a raid. We have a raid here.
Well, oh no.
A kitty raid. Oh gee. Oh yeah. Now we have to see my wink. I mean, come on. Oh my goodness. Hello, Liz. Well, yeah.
Now you have to wear that wig on the next.
I can't. If I can find the wig, this was actually. I'll tell you the story about that. No, this is going from one. Yeah, this is going from one story to the other. But well, Mischievous Duck probably doesn't know this because I haven't worked with her that long. But you remember, summer 2022, I broke my hip, had a hip replacement.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I have a weird medical case, and it's a D&D group. Okay, is Liz in the chat? Audio chat?
Yep. No.
No. Okay. I was just curious, but no, yeah. So I broke the hip, and then when I came back, you know, I've been out of work for a little while, so I did a little fundraiser, and one of the stretch goals was wear a Sarah wig, and we actually met that goal. It was like several hundred, and so I did it on the stream, and then lo and behold, Liz turns it into a GIF.
Perfect. As it should have been.
So
capitalize on the opportunity.
Yeah, right. But no. So going back to 2017, this is an old railway that I believe was on the verge of a financial collapse. So, you know, the way a lot of transit systems have been in recent decades, you know, better ways of getting around combined with lower people using the line, not as many people using the line as before, and there can be various factors for that. So this railway decided, well, why don't we do this little thing to try to bring tourists from around Japan and maybe outside of Japan to the railway to take it and to see what's in the area. So lo and behold, yes, we're going to take the cats that kind of roam around one of our train stations and turn them into the station conductor. So yes, they did that. The original cat was named Tama. Tama was the conductor for many years, the station conductor. Tama passed away, and then they recruited another cat called Ni Tama, or Tama number 2, and that is the current cat mascot of the station. And on the way back to Wakayama to catch then the limited express train back to Osaka, where I was staying, yes, I took a cat train. The train was decorated like a cat, and inside they had cat benches, and they had a library about all in Japanese, unfortunately, but the library had tourism books about the region and books about cats.
That
sounds like my type of place.
Yeah, right. I don't know if it's something we had considered about, Bree, when we talked about the last time we visited, but no, I guess I'll have to be on your list for the next trip.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how cozy was that train ride?
Oh boy. Cozy, well, as far as the interior goes, I'd have to be 10 out of 10. But then again, these cars are still old, so they're kind of little jumpy from place to place, depending on where you go.
Gotcha. But aesthetic was a 10.
Aesthetics, 10 out of 10, definitely. Yeah. So we've got about maybe 10 minutes to go here before we wrap things up. So why don't I have you choose one more thing, Mischievous Duck, because I think you've gone through a lot of amazing things so far tonight, and then I'll order.
So really
yeah,
filled. We barely made a dent.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. Alright, that's bubble gum. I'm not sure about the bubble gum right now. And then we have. Here, we'll go through. We've got strawberry bubble gum. We've got Bokksu nuts sablé.
Sable.
Sable.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And then kind of looks fruity. And then we have handmade pineapple candy, so kind of hard.
Yeah, that's hard candy.
Looks like we have Kyoto candy.
That's also hard candy.
And then, oh, some Japanese tea. Perfect. I'll have that when this is
Yep.
More strawberry gum. They're so cute. So there's the chocolate sand from earlier. Handmade shikwasa citrus candy. So more hard candies. Oh, this one looks interesting. It looks like a tiny cake.
Oh, that's a sweet potato.
Oh, the sweet potato sounds funky enough to do the thing. Oh, are these little lunch wraps?
Yes.
They're so beautiful and pretty. Thank you.
Oh,
I'm so gonna use these. Oh my goodness. Those are
little
gorgeous.
cheeky wraps, yep.
More green tea.
More tea. More tea.
That's tea too. And more tea.
Yep.
And the last but not least, we have this little cup guy of some.
That's the I think that's chestnut mochi. What did I write?
I'm not seeing a label on this one.
Oh, then
But I would think so. It kind of looks like mochi. They look like squishy little globs.
yes. So yeah, do you want to try that one then as your final? Oh, you gotta choose between those two. Brie?
Or chestnut mochi.
The sweet potato or the chestnut mochi?
I lean more towards the sweet potato.
Okay, yeah, I think you're gonna like the sweet potato.
I'm very excited about the sweet potato cake. Let's do it. I love sweet potatoes. I also enjoy making a sweet potato casserole that has like a mashed sweet potato as the base and then some like roasted marshmallows on top. All right, let's give it a shot. So this little guy is very moist.
Yes, I remember that.
Very moist. I'm so sorry, but that looks scrumptious. Oh my gosh. Okay. That definitely tastes like a sweet potato. Surprise there. Got a great bite to it. Very cakey. Also really good with tea, which I'm about to drink. It's very good.
Very good. Glad you like. Yeah.
It's not too sweet. Nice balance.
Now, I've got a big box.
A big box.
Kyoto matcha, I think, is the writing on the front. And this is full of waffle sandwiches.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Go ahead and open this now. This is like one of those nice little preparations. So you have to open the outside, and then there'll be something else on the inside that you're gonna have to open as well. And usually the inside presentations are very nice. But yeah, well, first of all, it's a green box, so you open the top, and everything's in bubble wrap, so they get protected. So an extra layer of protection there. And then you have the waffle sandwiches. How about that? So I'm gonna try to pick something that's not broken. Here we go. How about that?
There you go. Yeah.
And this one, I probably, if there was a space to open, I didn't see it. But yes, this is an actual waffle sandwich. 2 waffle pieces with matcha. This got to be chocolate, I would think, or some kind of cream, sandwiched in between. So let's see. It's also coming apart on my chair.
Your chair was hungry.
Oh, this is very delicious. Very exquisite tasting, if you will. I'm a big sap for waffles, you know.
Do you prefer the squishy kind or the crunchy kind?
Oh, I go for waffles. I would go for crunchy, yeah, for sure.
Crunchy, really?
Mm-hmm. I like the waffles I have at the hotels and whatnot. What?
I'm more of a breakfast Belgian waffle myself.
Oh yeah, yeah, something like that, or you know, if I find a waffle maker at a Marriott, just you know, I'm sold, you know.
Set for the rest of your trip.
That's it.
We used to have one of those at my college. It was pretty great.
Oh really? Nice.
Oh yeah. Every dining commons had one.
Well, so I see you having a wonderful time eating those, and if you had to choose something now out of everything you've had tonight, what would you like?
Oh my gosh. I think... So we had the coffee marshmallow, we had the orange gummies, we had the onigiri, we had the kind of chocolate bar, the little gummy squares, the ginger, sweet potato. Was there anything else that I devoured that I'm missing? I still think that the onigiri and the ginger are my top 2.
Nice, nice. I think Liz is making a joke. International House of Waffles is a great restaurant. Oh man. I think she knows. I think I know what she's talking about.
What if it was a restaurant and it was just all waffles, but all different types of waffles?
Yeah,
you could
right.
have savory, you could have sweet.
Mm-hmm. I bet you there are restaurants like that.
Here first.
We need to send JR there. What? Remember, I went to a Waffle House. I did go to a Waffle House. There are not a lot of Waffle Houses around here, unfortunately. The brand. There was a Waffle House in Virginia near where Mika lives, and it was actually right across the street from my hotel. So I went there once, which was nice. And no, yeah, the waffles there are pretty good. Yeah.
I feel like every time I hear about a Waffle House, it's a very dramatic video on the internet.
Yeah, I hear you. No, the one I went to is pretty good. So, all right. Well, it's time for us to sign off, Mischievous Duck. It's been wonderful to have you here tonight and just fill ourselves with all these snacks. It's been a fun experience.
Oh yeah, this, and I still have so many more. They will be great lunchbox fillers for the rest of the work week. So.
Yeah. Real quick before we let you go here tonight, quickly tell us about what other ideas you might have for Sarah and Yumemi down the road, and also tell us about your podcast that you're debuting this week or in the coming weeks.
Okay, so I'm so excited. So we'll do podcast first, and then I'll throw a possible idea for Sarah and Yumemi. But the podcast that I am starting is called If Duck Can Do It. And on Instagram it's if_duck_can_do_it. That was a mouthful.
Yeah.
Probably won't ever say that again. Anyway, so what it is I am interviewing everyday self-starters, and by self-starters I mean anyone who has that go-getter energy, whether it be in their full-time job, in a side hustle, in a hobby, or they just started something new and they're really proud of it. And I'm going to ask them questions about what they do, how they got there, why they started that, what resources they relied on when they started, what they learned from any hiccups or mistakes, and any advice they have for anybody who wants to give what they do a try. And our first guest is going to be the lovely Erica Risti. She is a self-proclaimed Swiss Army musician. She sings, she plays accordion, she plays piano, she plays bari saxophone, and she's a part of multiple bands in the greater Boston area. And yeah, so she's going to be my first guest, and I'm recording with her on Wednesday. So very close, coming up 2 days from now.
Okay.
And yeah, we're very, very excited. I haven't quite decided if we're going to live stream it yet or not, or if I'm just going to do a nice soft opening and just focus on the vocal podcast part.
Okay.
So I haven't decided that yet, but by Wednesday I will have decided.
Oh, cool. I wish you the best of luck with that.
Thank you. And for Sarah and Yumemi, I think, let's see, when's the next... We have Valentine's Day coming up in February. Let's see. I'll do some brainstorming on that, but I'm curious to see maybe if I can find like a bakery or a candy store or something like that, and do that kind of like sweet treat theme.
Okay, that sounds good. Or if not, then spring is right around the corner. Even though it doesn't feel like it at the moment, it's gonna be right before us before you know it. So, I've
had the idea of doing an ice cream themed, kind of like a pastel ice cream shop.
Ooh.
Theme.
We had somebody do that a few years back. I think that would be cool too.
Yeah, I've got these awesome, I think you remember them from the first time I spammed you with all my outfit choices. They were these pastel patchwork pants. That I think would be really great for the ice cream.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Nice.
Or we could go like retro with it and do like some vintage or retro outfits.
Do you mean something like vaporwave or something earlier than that?
Probably like, I was thinking more like 50s.
Okay.
Like, you know, those very pretty vintage dresses that...
Right. Nice,
I don't know, we'll see. Maybe like a swing dance theme.
Sweet.
Swing into spring.
Spring into spring, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, we'll have more time to talk about that, yeah.
Yeah, let us know, all you guys listening, which idea.
Right.
Sounds great.
So yeah, if you have any thoughts here as we wrap up the show, we'd like to remind everybody that hopefully Thursday, if Neff is all straightened away with things going on his end, and after he finishes his birthday, we're going to do more Apollo Justice. Apollo Justice is the game we were going to play. That is the successor to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And they're re-releasing it on Steam and many other platforms. We've been planning to do that, and as a lead up to that, we've been playing the original Ace Attorney. But now, last week, we had to stop on a specific chapter because our time ran out, and everybody was like, yeah, we want to finish this chapter first, so that's what we're gonna do. I know, Bree, you're on the edge of your seat figuring out what happens to Miles Edgeworth, right?
Well, I like to leave a story closed before we start a new one, so...
That's true, that's true. Are you a fan of any of these visual novels or mystery novels, Mischievous Duck?
I can't say I've done very many of them, so... I'm not sure.
All right. Well, you're welcome to tune in on Thursday when we do our next stream to see how it's like. And what we're playing is like a port that's like of a game that's over 20 years old, and it's actually they brought it up to date, and well, not up to date if you will. The graphics, they did a little overhaul in the graphics for when they did the re-release, but nothing like Ace Attorney Chronicles or Apollo Justice that's about to come out. So, no, real looking forward to trying out the new game. And Liz says, yeah, it's a cliffhanger. So, yeah, I can understand, trying to finish that out first. So, all right.
I'll be seeing Moulin Rouge on Thursday for my birthday, which is on Friday. So,
oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday early.
Thank you. We're on the actual birthday on Friday. We're gonna go out to dinner and then go swing dancing afterwards.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Nice. Well, I hope you have a wonderful time. It sounds like you got a wonderful week ahead of you between the podcast and birthday celebrations.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a very, very packed week.
Well, Mischievous Duck, again, thank you so much. Good luck with everything. And yes, so we're looking forward to seeing more of your Sarah and Yumemi cosplays very soon.
Very excited to do it. Thank you for having me on, JR.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bree, any closing thoughts from you before we wrap up?
Oh, just thank you for coming on. It's nice to have somebody else on.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, cool. And Liz's own words, happy birthday-ishness. That's how she wishes people happy birthday. Happy birthday-ishness early edition.
Thanks, guys.
All right. So for Mischievous Duck and for Bree, I'm JR. Thank you so much for watching our special stream. We'll see you on Thursday. Keep on watching and listening to XAR, Extreme Anime Radio, on Twitch, on social media, and your favorite podcasting platforms. We'll see you on Thursday. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.